Let's continue presenting the new version of RadCORE. Let's talk now about registration forms. Let's talk about CRUD. RadCORE offers some predefined templates for use in creating registration forms. As stated from the beginning, RadCORE tries to offer tools and resources to optimize the development process. And one of them is precisely about registration forms. So let's see some models. I have two versions on different ports of the RadCORE, a Brazil version and a global version. Let's open our basics menu. Let's open the basic form and let's see the options we have available. We will do the same thing in the Brazil version. I will have a record of states, cities, holidays, an alphanumeric table, a table with a secondary primary key, and an example of a composite key. The same thing here with the RadCORE global option. Well, as you can see, when you click on an option in RadCORE's dynamic menu, you will see that the screen by default will perform an animation sliding here from left to right. This is already a visual standard for the features that RadCORE offers. Okay. Let's open the same option here in the Brazil version.
Okay. Bom.
As you can see, I have a layout here in which I have the title of my registration, my form. I have some buttons here, search button.
Okay.
Let's also open our global version here, where clicking on the search button will open my search screen with options for you to perform compound searches and advanced search options.
Okay.
All these details here are filled in each form you will create within RadCORE. So this is all parameterizable, customizable. You can apply these resources smoothly during the development of your application.
So,
all buttons already have predefined codes, which are inherited, ready to do all the registration control, editing, deletion, data export options, all available for you to have more agility in the process of creating your forms. Okay. Well then, from the RadCORE registration options, there's already code that is inherited, and you can make some type of customization if you wish.
okay.
So this is the first model we are looking at here, and we will analyze other registration models. So I'm going to open the city registry. Okay, I'm going to open the cities register. I'm going to open the holidays register. I'm going to open the secondary primary key register here. We have some additional information here. I'm going to open my employee register here, and I'm going to open my supplier register for now. Suppliers for now.
Okay.
As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different visual registration form models here. And these 6 initial models that we are seeing here, okay? On mobile, the same screen, the same code will respond to your device's screen. So I'm going to open another browser where I've already left the same forms open, And then you see that our state registration, that the buttons were here on the side in desktop format. When you open it on your device, they will automatically position themselves here at the top in order to free up more horizontal space on the screen, since we have a limited screen. So the same model that we are seeing with the buttons now at the top, because the responsibility of the registration path will work differently on desktop and mobile in order to free up more horizontal space on the device's screen. But all the features are the same. So let's see here the list of cities. Then you will see that on the desktop we have our record with buttons, each with caption and multicolored buttons on mobile. The caption is hidden precisely to be able to fit all the buttons here on the screen. So let's give a simple look at how this event is created. So you will see that our form is a unique model.
Tá?
And internally, when running, RadCORE will carry out the entire process of rendering and reorganizing the screen components so that they adapt to the situation and model you chose. What I want to say is that all the screens that we opened here in this first example are all the same screen. They all inherit from the crude basic form. Okay? All these screens inherit from the same form, so you don't have 6 different screen models here. Okay? They're the same model. And see how much difference we can have in each of these layouts available within the right code. Right? So all these models that we are seeing, we will also open on mobile. They are available on desktop. All these models that we are seeing are available on desktop and mobile, and they are form only. We saw some form models here, okay? I'm going to close them all here. We have a navigation bar, as you can see, follow here so far. We have a navigation bar with a look completely exclusive to RadCORE and with exclusive features.
Tá?
I can individually close my tabs. These tabs have control that if I am editing something and try to close them, RadCORE does not allow it.
Tá?
It asks me to cancel or save my work before I close. Right? And I can also completely close all the tabs that are open by clicking on this last button. All these features are exclusive to RadCORE, and they are all simple. Without any coding, they are all automated in the creation of their forms. Well, we saw. So some models, okay, and let's go. So now, according to our list of new features for RadCORE 6.0, let's get to know the new crude model. I created some initial models for us to follow.
Então, ó,
Here I will get brand registration and 2 customer registration models using Crude 2.
tá?
So I'm going to click here on the brands and see how much difference there is in the layout. Much more modern layout with plenty of initial information for your client. So we will have this model, and I will open here the other 2 customer registration models involving Crude 2.
Tá?
So brand registration, you will see that I have multicolored buttons. I can have them with the colors of the current theme. That is, the theme I choose here are the colors of the buttons that will appear. These details that will appear.
Ok?
I will have a global search, and my global search is also expandable. I can open my search box here, right? And he offers it to me.
Né?
You will, of course, build these fields. For each screen, you will include which fields you want to apply your search type, advanced search. And you will be able to do the search by typing directly here and pressing the search button. I'm going to click here. It will hide the data we had and will display our grid.
Ok?
I'll keep this so we can compare it with another model. In the other model, I will have options where I can create a list of resources, explaining the screen that I am now demonstrating to my client. So what do I have here? I say that my customer record is very important for your business.
Ok?
You will be able to define the message you want here, and I will be able to write. By adding new customers, you will be able to create quotes, make sales, send emails. Then you will be able to create this list. All this through very simple resources. So I'm going to open my customer record here, the second model, and you'll see what I put together here. I try to add as many comments as possible to all of our forms so that you, who are learning to use RadCORE, can follow what we are creating in each section. So you will see that there are a lot of comments. So here I'm adding that message about the importance of customer registration, okay? Here I'm adding 2 more details from the title, okay? What will you see here, okay? And here I'm putting together a specific function from RadCORE. I'm putting together a list by passing parameters of what type of list indicator I'm creating. So RadCORE allows for a series of models, okay, or visuals that you can use to create lists.
Tá?
These lists can be applied in any situation. We are currently doing a demonstration regarding our crude.
Tá?
Let me just open here what we're doing. So each of these items I'm applying a different visual effect, right? And our more button here would be our options that we have in crude, model number 1. Okay, so clicking here on the new one, okay, it's going to stay here. The save and cancel button is also different from the other crude's default, and everything is beautiful, and all with its responsive default, which is the most important thing. Right? So if I have it here, let's open ours here, let's close all our forms, and let's open the same brand model here on mobile. See how it looks on mobile. The buttons lose their captions to fit everyone here on the screen, but all resources remain available in the same way.
Níveis. Tá certo?
I hope you enjoyed this video demonstrating some of the features that RadCORE has to offer.